What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here, back with another classic WoW video. This one will not be specifically aimed at the upcoming hardcore servers, but more towards classic WoW as a whole, although it is definitely relevant for hardcore as well. Today's video will be a hot topic discussion. It's something I think people have a certain opinion about, and before you get too stuck up with your own opinion, I urge you to watch the entire video to get my point of view, or at least just have it playing in the background while playing the game or something, because this will pretty much be a dialogue type of video, bringing back the Solheim Talk series. Now today we will talk about guides and playstyles in hardcore classic WoW, or just classic WoW as a whole, as I've seen a lot of comments about this after the RestedXP video from Alex, as well as the whole solo self-found versus trading drama, or discussions that has been all over the place for the upcoming hardcore servers. Now today I want to voice my opinion on these two topics as they kind of fit together very closely, and I urge you to leave your thoughts in the comments, but do it in a respectful manner. Alternatively, you can find me on Twitch and on Kick, where I stream classic WoW content and intend to stream my entire leveling journey on the official hardcore servers, so please consider throwing me a follow. I will leave the links down below. Now first, I've gotten some comments aimed towards me being an advocate for solo self-found, while also being an advocate for trading on official hardcore servers, because apparently I have to choose one or the other, so let me quickly touch base on that topic. Now, saying I look forward to solo self-found and looking forward to trading gold at the same time, they can exist at the same time. Not in the same character though. The beauty of World of Warcraft, in my opinion, is having the ability to play the game differently from character to character, or even just from play session to play session. Blizzard has said they are looking at making a solo self-found version or option later for the hardcore servers, and this upcoming feature of solo self-found will then be character specific, and it allows me to experience solo self-found on a single character while still trading gold on other characters. I have leveled 2 characters to level 16 in Classic WoW Hardcore with the solo self-found playstyle, and I'm already working on my 3rd character, and I have also leveled 2 characters to level 30 on the Hardcore PTR, which is the cap right now, where trading and grouping is allowed. And although there are vastly different ways of playing, I really have enjoyed both, as they both offer different challenges and a different approach to the game itself. Now, I'm not blind to the negative sides of the trading aspect that they could bring in eventually, like GDKP runs, selling dungeon loot like pre-biss from certain bosses, botting, RMT, and all of that. But even though I love solo self-found, I'm also not blind to the downsides of that either. After doing solo self-found on 2 characters to level 60, it becomes very boring, at least to me personally. Now, it's the same playstyle, you do the same quests, you're not allowed to group except for dungeons, and a lot of the social aspect is gone. With no trading and no grouping, it's essentially a solo player game. That's where the name solo comes from, which does provide a fun and interesting challenge. Don't get me wrong, but at some point you start missing the social aspect, or at least I personally did. Now, although there are 2 completely different playstyles, I find both of them really enjoyable, because that can happen. I don't have to pick one or the other, I can experience both. That is actually a viability here, and I can enjoy both. I'm going to level up and trade and group and do everything possible on the hardcore servers, because while solo self-found offers a challenge, this one offers me freedom. I can play how I want, I don't have to group, but I can if I want to, and I will. I can find my own way to have fun for myself. Now, without following a very specific rule set, and then when solo self-found gets put into the hardcore servers, I will then level up another character with that rule set once again, because I can. I see a lot of people trying to gatekeep hardcore, so to say, around being a challenge, because for a long time solo self-found has been looked at as a challenge, and people want to gatekeep it as a challenge, and people are even saying the official hardcore servers goes against the spirit of hardcore, because hardcore is supposedly all about the journey of self-discovery, or the journey of making it to level 60 on your own. But I want to propose a different mindset here. Hardcore is about having one life and doing whatever your goals are on a server with one life. Your goal and what hardcore is about for you is whatever you want it to be. Having spoken with the creators of hardcore and being here from the start, like my first hardcore video was from 3 years ago at this point, I've been here for a while, the solo self-found rules were made to prohibit getting help by other multi-life characters, since you played on hardcore on Classic era with lots of other multi-lifers. At that point, 3 years ago, hardcore wasn't anywhere as big as it is now, so we were a small portion of players along a lot of multi-lifers, right? So we needed some rules. The word hardcore simply refers to having one life. What your goals are from there is up to every single individual. For some people, the goal is to hit level 60 as fast as possible. Even now, there are speedrunners competing in hardcore on Classic era for the fastest level 60 times, and some other people's goals are to have one of every class at level 60 in hardcore. Others have the goal of getting as much gold as possible. That's where I am, for example. This is a MMORPG and doesn't have to be played one way. The journey is not about self-discovery. The journey is about whatever you want it to be about. Now in this case, I'm an affiliate for RestedXP and I'm selling my own gold making guide, which you can see right here. Now, because they can help people along their journey. Some people don't want or need help, and that's fine. Don't buy a guide then. Other people crave a guide and want help along their journey, in which case this is made for them, to help them achieve their goals. Now, I'm not going to talk about the legality of selling add-ons here, I am simply talking about selling guides. In this case, think about RXP or any other leveling guide like a written guide you could buy at a local store and have it in front of you in paper version, or download online digitally. We're just talking about the aspect of guides, not the legality of it like selling add-ons or anything, just the guides, the word guides, right? So, and think of my gold making guide as the same. It's once again just a guide, right? Compare this to working out. Some people work out on their own, others hire personal trainers to help them achieve their goals, others buy online coaching, others buy workout programs online. Some people want to work out on their own and learn things on their own, and others want a little help on the way. I don't see anything wrong with offering guidance to the people that want that guidance. Being a personal trainer myself and having studied this extensively, the people in this case that buy personal training or online coaching will achieve their goals much faster and a higher success rate than they otherwise would, because that personal trainer can offer his knowledge and experience to help speed up the leveling process of that customer. In this case, some sense of the journey to get to where you want to be is lost, because you get to where you want to be faster. This is exactly how guides work in World of Warcraft. You will lose a certain part of the journey, sure, the kind of figuring out how part, but you will get to where you want to be faster. Now it's up to you if you want to spend several hours on the figuring out how part, or if you want to skip ahead by using a guide. Now, dragging this all the way back to my gold making guide, for example, for the official hardcore servers, there is nothing in this guide that you cannot find somewhere out there on your own. Just like there is pretty much nothing out there in the world that you can't find on your own. Every piece of information is out there for free somewhere, if you know where to look and spend enough time looking. Yet people pay millions of dollars to skip the looking portion in order to go to college, university, private schools, and some of you at this point might say that in this case those degrees literally offers diplomas and a degree that can get you a job, in which case that's a valid argument. But people also spend thousands of bucks on information in other places, such as YouTube courses, Skillshare courses, regular online courses, or even books, you name it, right? Because in this case, what you're paying for is access to information that otherwise would take you like several hours, days, weeks, or months to find, plus the experience of the person giving you this information. Now, going back to my gold making guide, for example right here, I have put in my own knowledge and my experience based on hundreds of hours of farming and making gold, possibly even thousands of hours, and based on the fact that I made over 10,000 gold in Classic Vanilla, over 20,000 gold in Season of Mastery, and I currently have 1.3 million gold in Wrath Classic. Like, this is the gold that I've made in Classic WoW without ever doing a GDKP raid, by the way. It's literally all farming, professions, and playing the auction house. Now, if you want to learn all of that on your own with zero experience going in, spend those thousands of hours, then by all means, that's completely fine. Don't buy my guide then. Like, by all means, enjoy the journey, but if you want to skip the learning process, and you just want to make more gold than you know what to do with, or you just want to get that mount ASAP at level 60, then this guide right here is here to help you out. Once again, I'm offering a product to a certain customer base that might want or need it, and if you don't want it, simply don't use it, right? Moreover, I cover leveling tips and gold making tips on this channel extensively, where I give out 95% of the help I'm offering here for free. You just have to buy a guide for that final 5% if you really want to, or to have it all in one easily accessible place. Now, I'm sorry to rant about such a stupid topic, but I just think people are stupid when it comes to this topic. Once again, look away from the legality side of things about using paid add-on stuff. I'm not talking about that here. I'm talking about the mindset of using a guide or not. It seems to me that people are too obsessed with how others choose to play the game, and if it really affects you so deeply that someone else chooses to use a leveling guide or a gold making guide or something, I think you have some bigger issues that you need to take care of. If someone wants to use a guide, then simply let them. I just don't see anything wrong with it. Either way, rant over, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. I think some people might be with me on this one, some people might be against me. To be honest, I don't really care. Like, I don't mind anyone using a guide, and I'm not saying that because I'm selling a gold making guide, even though I am selling a gold making guide. It's just, it's never really bothered me. I'm gonna enjoy the game either way. No matter how you play the game, I'm gonna enjoy the game, as long as you're not cheating some way, which I don't know, that wouldn't really mind me either. Like, botting I do care about, there's some things I do care about, but like, how you choose to level, as long as you're not breaking the rules of the game, doesn't really matter to me too much. Some people will be faster than me, doesn't really matter too much. I'm just gonna play the game and have some fun. Either way, rant over, boys. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, I'll be streaming the entire thing, live on Twitch and Kick. When the hardcore service comes out, I'll be streaming a bunch. My entire leveling process, going all the way from level 1 to level 60. Hopefully in 1 week, we'll see how that goes, but yeah, throw me a follow if you enjoyed the discussion today, or just throw me a follow either way. Thanks for watching, boys.